The South Korean media has a really serious scandal problem, and they are not really sly with it. You know that they are trying to cover up the messy politics of the country when a really important anti-corruption official has just died, and the media's top priority is some K-pop idol scandal. Some of the so-called scandals are so absurd that they can't even be considered a scandal. So today we will take a look at some of the most recent stories that might have been used perfectly for covering up Korea's messy politics. But before that, let's take a look at a brief history of these scandals, just so you know that these are a lot more common than you think. Also, not just K-pop stars, but some of the country's top actors come into play as well. Firstly, in 2017, the news of Suzy and Lee Min-ho's relationship was strategically released to divert attention from a negative report about former President Lee Myung-bak. At the time, Lee Myung-bak had been involved in a controversial investment where over $250 million was used to fund international natural resource development projects through general loans. Another instance involves the relationship between Shin Min-ah and Kim Woo-bin. Their dating news was reported to distract from a scandal involving South Korea's National Intelligence Service, NIS, in 2015. The NIS had been exposed for purchasing a hacking program from an Italian company. It raised concerns that it could have been used to spy on Korean citizens, although the NIS claimed it was intended for foreign targets like North Korea. Suga's DUI Scandal. And this year, the controversy around BTS member Suga has raised eyebrows for more reasons than one. Suga found himself in a hot mess after a DUI incident that has dominated the media for weeks. The scandal began on the night of August 6th, when Suga was discovered by police after falling from his electric scooter in the streets of Hanam-dong, Seoul. A breathalyzer test revealed his blood alcohol concentration was a staggering 0.227%, well above the legal limit of 0.03%. Despite the seriousness of the offense, Suga's story didn't stop at the incident. Even as he began serving his military duty, the scandal didn't fade away. Korean media outlets kept the controversy alive with constant updates, including coverage of Samsung Deutschland promoting Suga in their latest advertisements. The tech giant shared promotional photos of Suga on August 15th and 16, featuring him and other BTS members in a lighthearted campaign, prompting backlash over whether it was appropriate given the ongoing scandal. Yet, despite the negative press, Suga's loyal fanbase stood by him. And this is where things start getting dark. Mysterious passing of a senior anti-corruption official. On the political front, a far more serious event was unfolding while the media was focused on something else. On August 8th, South Korea was shaken by the shocking passing of Mr. Kim, a senior official from the Anti-Corruption and Civil Rights Commission, ACRC. Mr. Kim had been involved in several high-profile investigations, including ones targeting First Lady Kim Ki-hee and former opposition leader Lee Jae-myung. His passing came under suspicious circumstances as he was found in his Sejong City apartment after failing to report to work. A suicide note was discovered with the body, raising far more questions than answers. What made this case particularly suspicious was Mr. Kim's role in sensitive investigations. He had overseen inquiries into opposition leader Lee Jae-myung's use of a helicopter after a knife attack and probed First Lady Kim Ki-hee's luxury handbag scandal. In early 2024, South Korea's First Lady Kim Ki-hee became embroiled in a scandal over a luxury Dior handbag valued at over $10,000. The controversy began when a video of Kim accepting the expensive gift went viral. Already facing accusations of bribery and tax evasion, this didn't help the First Lady's image and the problem escalated. Under South Korea's anti-graft law, it is illegal for public officials or their partners to receive gifts over $750 in one sitting. The First Lady clearly went above the limit and did something illegal. Moving back to Mr. Kim, the anti-corruption officer, whose passing was dismissed in no time due to the lack of media attention. Public response. As news of his passing began to trickle out, some people couldn't help but notice the timing. Why was the media still focused on a celebrity's DUI instead of the passing of a senior official involved in politically charged investigations? Fans and critics alike speculated that this wasn't a coincidence. It felt as though Suga's controversy was being used as a cover-up to keep the public's attention away from the far more explosive political scandal brewing underneath. The timing of these events led to accusations that South Korea's media is deliberately using celebrity scandals as a bait to distract from political crises. This isn't the first time such claims have been made, but the glaring disparity between the coverage of Mr. Kim's passing and Suga's scandal has made the tactic more transparent than ever. The revival of Burning Sun. When Korea's biggest essay scandal, the Burning Sun, first came into the spotlight, it dominated the headlines and became the news of the year. Even then, at the peak of the controversy, some suggested that the scandal was more than just sensational news. It might have been a cover for political maneuvering. At the time, those rumors seemed unfounded, but now, years later, the scandal's revival raises unsettling questions. Could it really be masking something far more sinister? Back then, as the public fixated on the controversies surrounding K-pop idols like Big Bang's Seungri, many seem to forget that one of President Moon Jae-in's closest aides was sentenced to prison for manipulating online opinion polls. South Gyeongsang Governor Kim Kyung-soo, a crucial figure in Moon's 2017 election campaign, was handed a 2-year prison term for his role in the scandal. The timing couldn't have been more suspicious. Though some of these connections remained unproven or speculative, they undeniably cast a shadow over Moon's administration, which was already dealing with a fragile economy and bad international relations. That was then, but now, the situation is still sensational as ever as the country goes through darker political times once again. This year, names like Zico, Young Jun-hyung, and Lee Chol-woo resurfaced as the scandal underwent a chilling re-examination. Article after article, news after news, the Burning Sun saga continued to rage, all while the country sank deeper into dark politics. GD's drug scandal. Another significant scandal to mention is G-Dragon's narcotics controversy at the end of 2023. After a prolonged legal battle, G-Dragon was cleared of all allegations in late December. In the aftermath, just 2 weeks ago, he inaugurated his Anti-Drug and Education Foundation. What made this scandal different was the response from Korean politicians, who finally spoke out. Some even directly accused the government of using the scandal to distract from more pressing issues. In response to the narco scandal involving G-Dragon, Korean politicians came forward and questioned the timing of the events, suggesting they might have been planned. On the 26th, Min Seok-an, a member of the Democratic Party of Korea, appeared on YTN Radio's News King and implied that the situation could have been deliberately planned. He said that political timing played a role and referenced past administrations that had used celebrity narco scandals as distractions during times of crisis. An pointed out that the Yoon Seok-yeol administration was dealing with a significant crisis following the loss of the Gangseogu mayoral by-election. He further questioned whether the scandals involving high-profile figures like G-Dragon had been strategically introduced to divert attention from the regime's issues. Similarly, on the 21st, Lee Kyung, a deputy spokesperson for the Democratic Party, took to Facebook to voice concerns about the timing of the scandal. He suggested that the administration might have used articles about celebrity narco use to cover up other important issues. Lee highlighted the situation involving Secretary Kim Seung-hee's daughter, who was caught up in a school violence incident, as an example of a more significant issue, overshadowed by the focus on narco scandals. In contrast, on the 26th, during a comprehensive audit of government affairs, Minister Han responded to allegations from People Power Party lawmaker Cho Soo-jin. He dismissed the claims of political manipulation by stating that narcos are unrelated to politics, comparing the situation to a disease that goes beyond political agendas. In conclusion, the timing, the coverage, and the continued focus on celebrity gossip have hundreds and thousands questioning whether these scandals are being exploited as tools of distraction. That being said, that's all for today. Let us know your important opinions in the comments section below. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons on your way out. Annyeong!